plant growth, and a health update. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Ooh, look at that. If you don't know, I was away for a week to a brain center to get treatment for my 6-year-long concussion. Oh, this smells so good. It's wafting in my face right now. And I thought I would do a plant update because I've been away again for a week, and a health update. What the treatment was, how it was for me, how I'm feeling now. And since we're starting with this one, this is my Hoya Thomsoni pink flowers. It's very fun. If you have a regular Thomsoni, this one looks regular, meaning white flowers. I should be clear. Even the leaves look a little bit different because they are a little bit more chunky and the hair is a little bit more coarse. And then the main difference, of course, is the flowers look like this. They're very pink. Now on camera, the pink doesn't come across as much, but I was so happy because I saw these buds before I left and I figured they would probably open while I was away. And I kind of forgot how long they stayed open as well. So my boyfriend messaged me at some point saying the kitchen smelled really bad. And then he remembered that I had asked him to keep an eye on the flowers and he sent some pictures over. So I was a little bit worried that I see new growth as well. I was a little bit worried that they would be gone by the time I got home, which was this past Friday. It is now Tuesday. But they're still here. They're still doing really well. And I really love the backs are quite pink as well. So they're really pink, and then the center looks a little bit like pearly. The little round 5 thingies. The corolla and the corona. I have it in this very cute piece of clay cappuccino cup that matches the flower colors really well. And I see more buds down here. Really small still, so I don't know. Oh, some of them dropped. Maybe these ones didn't make it. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. Because when you have Hoya flowers, you need to be very consistent with care. If your Hoya likes to dry out, then during having buds, they want to dry out a little bit less. And because I was away for quite a while and I didn't have energy, that was an issue. So currently I am feeling all right. I have had a headache since coming back, which they said was normal because my treatment was a very intense week. And I have a lot of homework exercises that I started with today. It's 3 times a day, 4 exercises plus other stuff as well, which I'll talk about a little bit. But I have noticed most of the exercises are okay, are fine and pretty easy. But there is one where I have to sit in a chair that can spin and then slowly spin myself. And that makes me very, very dizzy right now. So maybe I'm doing it a little bit too fast or forgetting to focus on the solid part that is turning with me, my thumb. But yeah, that's not so fun. And 3 times a day, I'm making myself very dizzy and then headachy. So I am trying to take it easy. But I did want to film this video because I want to have content for you guys. Tomorrow you will get the video that I already made before I left. So it's kind of nice. I don't have the pressure to have it right now because it's very busy with physio appointments and practice exercises and all that stuff. So that's the first one. The second one is, I already showed you this at the start. This is my my Monstera aurea, my Monstera deliciosa small form aurea. Am I saying? Yes, small form. This one I repotted, chopped up, I think almost a year ago, and it did not grow anything since then. There are 3 plants in this pot. I think maybe the baby plants grew like 1 leaf each, but the main big plant did not grow anything. So this was the last leaf that I had for ages. And now, finally, we have this leaf. We don't know yet what it's gonna look like, how the variegation is gonna be, but in general, this plant has really nice variegation. So I'm trusting that it will be a cool one. And I feel like spring is here. Like today, it's very gloomy again and raining and misty as well. But in general, it's warmer, there's more sun. I feel like the plants are noticing it. I'm also increasing my fertilization planning just to make sure that the plants are supported as they come out of their winter dip, if they had one, like me. So I'm hopeful for the other two plants on this, and also just in general for it to start growing again, because it was pretty fast before I chopped it up and gave it a big shock. So the treatment, if you don't know, in 2020 I fell and hit my head. I don't know if, yes, the scar is right here, 3 stitches. Depending on the light, you can see it very easily or not so much. And I've been having concussion symptoms ever since. They call that post-concussion syndrome. And the treatment in like the medical field here in the Netherlands basically says to rest and wait. That's it. That's the treatment for concussion, which of course I've been waiting for 6 years. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of different treatments, which I've talked about. I have a neck physio. I had a jaw physio that I haven't used in a while. I have a headache physio that then stopped, and the replacement headache physio was more like a trauma physio, more like the emotional damage that it's done on my body and my brain and everything. I've been to occupational therapy, which definitely has helped a lot, but they couldn't really help me anymore. I've been to regular therapy to help talk through all the changes. I've tried some alternative stuff. I've been to an osteopath, I don't even know all the things I've tried. But I was talking to someone that I just met, and he was very passionate about helping me. Thank you so much, Samir. And he said, we have to talk to my friend, Dr. Navdeep, in America. And America has a very different, wait, I'm gonna lean this on my leg. That's a bit easier. America has a very different protocol for treating concussions. I think it's because they have these sports where brains get hit a lot, and these people are making a lot of money. So it's more important to invest in concussion research and concussion recovery rather than here in the Netherlands, where I guess our sports, football, soccer also get concussions, but it's more like knee displacements and ankle stuff. So Dr. Navdeep, he was very helpful. And he recommended a clinic that is actually pretty close to me in Haarlem. It's called the Amsterdam Brain Clinic. And at first I was very hopeful because it looked like they had a lot of experience to treat concussions that have lasted a long time like mine. But then I saw that they were not covered by health insurance, which made me very sad because I thought I'm not able to do this treatment. But then this is like a retelling of what you guys probably already know if you've been here a while. But I started a GoFundMe, and right now we are almost at the full amount. So I am so grateful. I'll link it in the description once again for the last few euros if you want to help make it a full thing. But I am so relieved that I was able to do the treatment. I did testing in December with them, and they said, yes, we can definitely help you with the things that they found in the tests, such as my eyes are not able to track things smoothly, so they're doing little jumps. I have nystagmus in both axes. Nystagmus is a thing where your eyes kind of slowly drift. I think it was to the left and up. They drift, and then your brain notices and it puts them back. That costs a lot of energy. My brain had made a way around, like if I was filming, you didn't see that happening. With some people, if you look it up on like social media, you'll see videos of people actually having their eyes moving all the time when they're looking at you. That wasn't the case for me. My brain had found like a workaround, but as soon as I closed my eyes or I got overstimulated, then it came back. It wasn't a solution, it was just a temporary fix that my brain was doing. So that came out of the tests. My response time was really slow. Like I was very slow. And there was something wrong with my left balance organ. And like I said, the tracking of the eye movements, this is something we do all day, of course, because we're looking around and we're looking at different things. And that was costing me a lot of energy. So I went to the clinic Sunday evening and I stayed in an Airbnb. It was a really nice place. It looked very new. It was very tidy. And there was a comfy sofa, which was very important for me because 1, I needed to sleep a lot at night. The bed was great. 2, I needed a sofa to lay on during the day because I had 3 hours of treatment a day, and in between I had 2 hours to go home, rest, do homework exercises, do different things that they gave me to do to practice. So that was important. But let me put this one down. But when I got home, I realized how boring it was. I came home to all these beautiful colors that we have, all the patterns, all the plants that make it feel alive, and especially also all the light. So I'm very happy that this video is a paid partnership with Soltech. if you want to use my code PlantWithRose, you can get a discount on your grow lights. And I didn't think about this before, but in this apartment, they had just overhead lights. One in the kitchen, one in the living room, one in between. And at night, I was trying to do my embroidery and calm my mind, and there was just either very bright overhead lights or dimmed, and then I couldn't see anything. I didn't realize how much vibe my grow lights give to my house in like lighting up darker corners, also making the plants very happy. I'll show you some growth updates in here soon as well, because some are very exciting. But also, for example, our bathroom, it was a little bit of a dark corner, and now with the Vita bulbs, we are able to grow plants there, make it come alive, and also just be lit up in a way that really pleases my eyeballs, at least. I have messaged the Airbnb that they should put some mood lighting in, and I also took care of their plants, which were looking very sad. So that was kind of funny. And then upstairs for us as well, there's different corners where I wasn't able to grow plants, and the grow lights not only are stylish, I have all different kinds of them, but they also offer an opportunity to create these shelves with the plants, or this corner that was a very dark corner, and grow plants there. They're not only high quality grow lights, but also the color, I don't know if you can see, it is not the old school grow light type of light. My boyfriend calls it a fishbowl effect. With some of my cheaper grow lights, we have that. This one, he doesn't mind at all. It can stay on in the evenings and light up the plants. Look how bright this is. Sorry to blind you a little bit. The lights themselves are also really stylish and beautiful. Even the cords are beautiful. So I'm really happy that they've been partnering with me for a long time. And of course, especially in this time of me having to pay a lot of expensive bills, I am super, super grateful to Soltech. So if you want to use my affiliate link, I will link that in the description, and you can use my code. That will also give you the discount PlantWithRose. And to show you some of the progress that some of the plants have made under this light, this one I got recently. I think I showed you in the previous video as well, but the new leaf is adorable. This is a Monstera white monster. So the leaf comes out very white looking, and then it fades to more minty. The little Hoya Matilda inner variegated, I don't know if this will come across, but the leaves that it grew, ooh, there's pen on my finger. The leaves that it grew are sun-stressed, so they are now kind of pink. And there is a few different branches. Let's try and get this up close. Can we get it? Yes! Look at how cute that is. The pink makes it even more pretty. I'm very, very happy with how this one is going. The Queen Terrarium that I bought for my mom, that I haven't given to her yet, has a new leaf on the way. Will it focus on the point? We will never know. Yes. And it also has a little flower coming out. So that's very cute and very good. This leaf was damaged at the garden center. That was not me. And then this same light also lights up the terrarium underneath, where I have some exciting updates to show you, like this little leaf. This is my Terrarium Ace of Spades, the real one from Schmooky. And this is a little bit damaged, but that's okay because I've been having some issues in this terrarium. The previous one didn't come out at all because it was so damaged. So I'm very happy with this, like 4/5 of a leaf that is doing well and looking good. It's very dark, and the red, it's too dark here to film. I need a grow light. Maybe if I bring you a little closer, it will be easier to see. Actually, we can use the grow light as a filming light as well. Okay, second try. So, there we go. Now it's also focusing better. I just need you more like this. Yes! Stop making a noise. Okay, I moved you around, so the grow light is now also our filming light, which is amazing. It doesn't create a flicker. This new light, I love the redness of it and how dark it is. So I'm very hopeful that this plant will continue growing now that spring is here. I'm fertilizing, I'm helping the plants, and I'm opening the doors to the terrarium as well to give it a little bit extra airflow sometimes, because I feel like that's part of what was happening here, as well as new good bugs to treat for pests. I want to show you this one as well. This is so cute. A little, oh, what was falling there? I still have to vacuum the house anyway. This is a little forgetty that I had root rot on. And thankfully this piece came back. It's grown this little leaf in a box. And now I moved it into this terrarium so I can see it again. And I actually moved a few of the sad ones out into a box far away where I don't have to see them. Because of course in my terrarium, I would prefer to have all the happy plants. This is a Dark Phoenix Poppy hybrid that I got from Katja. That was struggling a lot, as you can see from this leaf. Lots of thrips damage. But the new leaf looks good, so I am hopeful that it is recovering like I am. So the treatment itself was a combination of different things. They activated my brain first with light and electricity, which I was a little bit scared of at first, but after having done it, you get used to it a little bit more. It's not painful, but it is uncomfortable. They told me it's very good for your brain, so I just kind of had to breathe through it to use my yoga knowledge and take deep breaths. And then we did a lot of different exercises, some on a touch screen TV. I have a little video of that where I had to touch as fast as I could the dots on the screen, like train my reactivity, my fast reaction speed. That's the word I was looking for. And I was doing this while I was standing on a Bosu ball to also increase my balance. I have a thing on my head. This is another light device that helps to activate my brain the right way. And even a little thing in my ear that also helps to regulate the nervous system. That one was for. That part was very fun. There were different games. One was really hard. It's called the N-back game, where you have to remember something 1 or 2 steps or 3 steps back. And I have a little video of where I was doing it 2 steps back. You touch a letter or a number on the screen and you say the one that you saw 2 steps back. Apparently for people who have normal brain, it is pretty easy. So my family said, oh, that looks so hard, I can't do that. It's probably easier than you think for a healthy brain. Let's watch it together so I don't talk through it.
8, U, 3, O, 6, R, 1, 5, 1, O, 3, 4, 3, 8, R, 2, K, 0 of O, ik weet niet.
Not bad.
And then there were also other training things that were a little bit more boring. A little bit more boring. Let me show you one or two. Here's one, because these are also my homework. This, for example, is one where I have to look at the middle dot and then just move my head to one side and back at the pace of a metronome. Pretty slowly, and keep the focus right on the middle dot there, and then keep your head still but do the same on the side dots or something, or the top dots, to train my eyes to be able to follow something without like doing all the jerky movements. I have a new plant in my hand as well that we can track with our eyeballs. This is my little special baby queen that I got from my friend Jess. This one has minimal lobes here, that's why it's very special, and it's also very dark. I got it with 1 leaf, this one, and it's grown 2 already, and now it is growing yet another leaf. Does it want to focus on that? So I'm very excited to see how it's going, if it's going to size up more, because the last 2, this one was very narrow, and then it got a little bit more fat, but not so long. Maybe also because this one was a little bit stuck. The leaf was kind of growing into the ground. That's why this little boulder rock is here. I was trying to help it to go up. This one is definitely growing up, which makes expanding a little bit more easy. But the little baby queen made me very happy to see that it's growing a new leaf as well. Welcome to the kitchen, where it is a huge mess because this is my new rowing machine. And there's mess from watering the plants as well. And by new, of course, I mean very secondhand. We got this from a friend who had it in the garage, was not using it. It doesn't have a LSD, is that it? No, wait, that's a drug. The screen, old-fashioned screen, LCD screen? Oh, I'm saying bad things. Maybe I will get demonetized now. It doesn't work, but you can still use it to row on. Because, well, I show you this cute Hoya. Wait, this is my Hoya silver dollar that I got 2 years ago or something, a cutting. It never grew because of my pest issues. And then right before, like a few weeks before I left on holiday, it grew this little leaf in the back here. And when I got back, I noticed these 2 leaves. How cute are they? Super dark. I think because of the grow lights that are making it a little bit darker, but that's just an assumption because I have not grown this plant yet successfully, except for this, what I have here. So I'm very, very happy that the Hoya, I have a few more to show you. The Hoya are doing good. They're coming back. Not all of them, but there's definitely progress. And I'm hoping that my brain will also make progress. I'm trying to remember to do both. Tell you about my health and show you the plants, which is a little bit hard. But we discovered during treatment, I borrowed a bike. Thanks to a friend, Larissa, I was able to borrow a bike from someone else. And I cycled there. And because of ADHD, of course, I don't know if others relate to this, but I don't cycle or walk slowly. I go fast. Whatever I do, I go fast. And every time I arrived in the waiting room, I noticed that I had a headache. Even though I didn't have a headache at home in the apartment, I didn't have a headache during or after treatment, but only when I was waiting in the waiting room, then I had a headache, which was kind of weird, I thought. But they didn't think it was weird at all. They were like, oh, do you cycle pretty fast? Yeah? Yeah, you have, I don't know the word exactly, but something like movement sensitivity, basically. When my heart rate is not normal, I'm looking at my watch because I have a heart rate monitor in there. And they tested this as well, like I was laying down and then I had to stand up. And my heart rate from just standing up spiked 40 points from about 60 to 104, I think. So my heart rate goes up too fast. And then when it's up high enough, I get a headache triggered by this being high or something like that. Wow, I'm explaining this extremely well, I'm sure. Maybe someone can write in the comments if they know more about this, how it works. But if my heart rate gets too high, I get a headache. So he has given me a treatment plan, which is basically the same as POTS. If you've heard of POTS, it is something similar to what I have, but worse, much worse. Mine is just mild, but you have to start training very carefully. And he said preferably start training laying down, meaning swimming, or doing exercises laying down, like glute bridges on the ground or planks, stuff like that. So your head and your heart are at the same level. Apparently that's helpful. I want to go swimming because we have a swimming pool nearby. And the next step is sitting down. So on a indoor bike or rowing machine, which I was like, how am I going to get a rowing machine? That's very expensive. But this one was free, so yay. Well, wait, I'm going to show you the other Hoya here as I talk more about this. This is, I've showed you many times before, my Hoya Polyneura inner variegated that I had noticed stopped growing on this growth point. It looked a little bit dried up. And then I noticed that this side, even though it's lost a few leaves on this side, does have new leaves over here. I'm a little bit shaky from all the talking, but there we go. So cute. Wow. And then I noticed that this side has, instead of grow here, made a new little branch right here with 2 leaves that it does not want to focus on again. There we go. So that's really, really exciting. This is one of my favorite Hoya because of the look and because of how easy it is. And this brown orangey on here is from grow lights. Hoyas can get sun stress, and apparently this is what sun stress on a Polyneura looks like, which I didn't know before. I was a little bit worried that they were getting brown. But it's orange from the sun, from Soltec sun. So that's amazing. So for the training, now I have a very strict regimen. I had to test where I started feeling a headache while rowing, which was at about 109, 110 beats per minute. Heart rate. I don't know if I said that right, beats per minute. That sounds like a song. But the heart rate. And so I have to go a little bit under there and then train for 10 minutes. By staying just under the limit, hopefully we're going to train my body and my brain to work together and be able to keep everything happy, not create a headache while I just do whatever I like to do. Lots of movement. And this has been really special to me to discover, even though that may sound weird, but I had in the past 6 years so many times started yoga again, started working out again, because my body is a lot weaker and a lot less Like my stamina is really bad. Even if we go for a walk on the beach, I'm out of breath. Even when I'm making these videos, I get out of breath from just talking. So I want to get more fit again and feel a little bit stronger in my body. Also because all the old injuries like my knee and my ankle are playing up again because the muscles are not as strong as they were before. Because I was doing 20 hours of yoga a week before COVID. So I've tried many times to get back into it, and every time I would get a huge headache and just get kind of scared of moving because it would create such a headache and long symptoms for several days. So now knowing this, while I hold up this beautiful plant, knowing this, hopefully I'm finally able to get back into a stronger body and better stamina, better breath as well, which I'm also training. But yeah, there's a lot of homework. There's homework for my brain, for my eyeballs, for my body. Just so many homework exercises, and I have to do them 3 times a day right now, which is a lot, but I'm doing my best. Okay, we're moving so I can show you more plants while we chat. Also because I don't want to lose the daylight, which makes filming a lot easier and focusing, as you saw. I am upstairs now with 2 of my favorites, Thijs and Ferry. Ferry, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there are 3 plants and all 3 of them are currently growing new leaves. One is down here. One is up here. Are you going to be able to see that? Probably not. How am I going to do this? I'm going to try. I'm gonna try to show you. See? Oh, you saw it there for a little, the point. Yes. And then one is even more high up, so I have to move you up. Up. Here is another new point. Yeah. There we go. I brought you back down. So the treatment was really intense for 4 days. I was mainly focused on getting back to the clinic on time and doing all the homework exercises and stuff. So I wasn't very in my body, like feeling how I was doing very much. Not very yogic or meditative of me. And then the last day, on Friday, they just redid the tests that they had done in December and gave me the homework exercises and the outcome. He said from his tests, everything looked a lot better. There was a lot of improvement on basically all the different things. There are still things that need more improvement, so I'll need to keep doing the homework because the next 3 months apparently is going to be the window where all the treatments of the brain that they've done are still affecting me a lot and can help improve the brain even more. But I wasn't feeling much at all yet. So I was kind of glad my friend Maaike was picking me up, which was so kind of her during her workday. And she was a little bit later than when I finished. So I sat on a terrace and just had a drink and thought about how I was feeling. Like I needed time to process. On Friday afternoon, I was home, and in the evening, I realized that I had already done a lot of things, like call my doctor for things that I needed to arrange, contact a chiropractor locally that I would need to go to for my neck, because my neck had been hurting, and contacted friends about going to the My Botanica markets in Ham and in Nieuwegein in April. So normally doing those things would cost me a lot of energy to arrange something, to contact someone. And now I had done it without even thinking. So I was already feeling a little bit more clear and not necessarily energy like jumping around because I still have a headache and like nausea and stuff, but more motivated naturally to just do things instead of have to get ready for it and then bring the spoons up to be able to like get something done. If you don't know what spoons are, it's a way to explain chronic fatigue to other people. Like someone who's healthy might have 50 spoons in a day, and someone who is chronically ill might have 5 spoons a day. So by the time we've gotten up, had breakfast, taken a shower, we only have 2 spoons left for the rest of the day to do everything. So that's what spoon theory. Maybe random to say in this video, but maybe it will help you understand your friends and family with exhaustion better. Okay, I want to show you the leaves while I talk. See, I'm not very good at doing two at the same time. But see Thijs back here? Thijs has a new leaf. And it's kind of cheating because I saw the little sheath being a little bit thicker and it was a little bit yellow as well. So I was a little bit worried that the leaf may be browning or something. So yesterday I pulled it off and there is a tiny cute baby leaf. I don't know if it's gonna get big because of winter and because it doesn't look as big as it would normally do, if that makes sense. Wait, let me get it. If I can, yeah. Let's put my heart rate on while I lift up this plant, yeah? So we can see. My heart rate right now is 92. Maybe I should take my sweater off before I do this because, oh, I'm throwing the laundry off the rack here. Okay, so my heart rate right now is 104, which is not normal for just standing up. But okay, that's part of the situation that we are working on improving. I'm going to be lifting up this plant and turning it to you. Does this work? Fatty, you need to get out of the way a little bit, buddy. Okay. Oh no! I'm ripping leaves on the laundry. But look, there is a new leaf. This is my hand next to it, so it's pretty small. Definitely not gonna be as big as these guys. Ooh, this is kind of nice. Heart rate still 105. Yeah, I'm very excited. I see some variegation on it as well, which I'm excited about. So that's why Fanny was sitting here in the background. Here is a quick update on Thijs, because the leaf now looks like this. I think because I opened the sad looking sheath, I kind of damaged the leaf expanding as it normally would. So I don't recommend doing that, but it is looking okay. It is looking a lot bigger than it was before. And you can see nice variegation here. This whole part is white. Might be browning, and you can see it drying out a little bit or like curling. Because normally this expansion happens within the thing. So don't do what I did. And hopefully we'll still get a nice big leaf out of it. 109. So this is probably the edge of what I'm currently doing. 113 to not get a headache. Slow deep breaths. I also have a beautiful new leaf on my glorious up there, which you're not able to see. I'll put a layover. And that was completely stuck together. So yesterday I used a wet cloth to unstick the glue around it a little bit. And now it's unfurling nicely. So I'm very happy about that as well. And then lastly, let's look over here. Now we are above the bed where we have some nice new Terrarium leaves. Again, with the focus. Hello. Yes. Beautiful. This used to be one of my most beautiful Terrarium, but it struggled a lot. It had root rot, and these two older leaves are looking quite haggard right now. But the new one, I'm hoping I'll be able to get happy again. And doesn't want to focus, but you know what it looks like. And we all sometimes feel haggard and like we can't keep going anymore. And then after a while, after some deep breaths, after some treatment potentially, we can come back. And that's what all these plants are reminding me of, that there is a possibility for improvement still. I kind of was on the verge of giving up, and now I actually have hope again. So that's the main thing that I'm super happy about. And that what these people also, I asked them separately sometimes, or I said something and they were like, no, you're going to improve. We just don't know how much yet and how fast, because it's been so long. Because the longer something is chronic, the harder it is to treat, or the longer it takes to treat. But both of them were just confident something was going to improve. So that was really nice to feel, that there was hope and there was improvement happening. And that's what I've been experiencing as well. Last one I want to show you today, because now I'm going to take it easy and then do my last homework session of the day. This is my Hoya clemensiorum that I showed you before and that struggled a lot. And now it is growing again. There's growth here. This leaf was already new. And I see the eyes waking up. So that's really exciting. Oh, and there's even a long tendril here as well. I might stick a stake in here to give it some support, because often with Hoya, leaves will start to grow once the tendril feels a little bit more support. So I'll use some plant Velcro, wrap it around, and that will help it to grow leaves. So my outcome right now, I don't feel great yet, but I feel more clear and hopeful, which has been a long time since that happened. And I am honestly, I keep saying this, but I'm so grateful to everyone who donated or who shared about it. I will make a separate video with just this health update as well for the GoFundMe, to link on there, because just recently a donation came in of 500 euros, which I am insanely grateful for. I was about, at the time, I think 1,000 or 900 euros away from being able to pay the full treatment, which I have to do soon. And then this 500 euro came in, and it just made me very relieved, because I'm also getting some money for small collaborations like I'm doing, or sponsorships, but that is money that I use to pay the mortgage for this house and to pay our shopping, our groceries and stuff, and our electricity bill. So yeah, the donations have been literally life-changing. Thank you. Also, a big thank you to the sponsor of this video, Soltec, and my other sponsors and the companies that I have discount codes with. You can check them out on my website if you want. The main one right now, I would say, is Farmer Gracie, where you can use my code ROOS for a discount, because this is the time to get your bulbs and get your garden ready. Or if you're like me and you just grow caladiums, then I am getting a bunch more, so there will be a caladium video again soon as well. I am so grateful for you guys for being here throughout these whole 6 years, some of you even longer, to help me through, and that this YouTube and Instagram is a way to be able to contribute to my household, to find community that helps me to hopefully get better in my concussion process. I don't know what to say. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, because this was pretty chaotic, and I think it will be better for the GoFundMe video, where it's a bit shorter, that I have a more clear idea of what I want to say. So maybe if you have a clear question, that will help. But this is it for now. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe below if you haven't already. You can click the bell to get notified. And mainly, leave a nice comment. I loved reading your comments. While I was at the clinic, I was reading your comments. And it just makes me feel, especially there, I was alone in an apartment. I knew nobody, well, I knew someone in the city, but she was far away and working. So to feel like I have online friends, even though I was alone a lot, was really special. And it's been like that these past 6 years as well. I feel like we have this community together where we can chat and check in on each other and just talk about plants or bikinis or whatever. And I'm very grateful for you. So thank you. Take care of yourself. Deep breaths. Let's keep going, friends. Like the plants are doing, like I'm now doing. We got this. Mwah!